every time I get back into like social media posting and stuff like that. And it usually comes with looking to see what other people are doing. So that's like lesson numero uno is like, don't give a fuck what other people are doing. Like, stay in your lane, run your race. And even if you're doing the same thing as other people, I learned this in track, and sometimes you have to relearn lessons. But so like, if you're racing someone and you run their race and you try to keep up with their pace, you'll lose every fucking time. Every time you will lose, right? I learned that the hard way when I was in high school, racing against a dude that ran Division I in college, and I did not run Division I in college. He was much faster at a 400 than I was, and I thought I'd take the first 200 out and see if I could hang. Guess what? You can't, all right? So, but I would have had a much better time had I ran my own race. Instead, I ran his race, and I got the worst split of the season. So that's lesson number one. Stop looking at other people and do your shit, okay? And I'm kind of speaking out loud, right? So this is a reminder from me. And like number two, this is a bunch, probably more than two, but no, how to phrase this. Cut the bullshit. Just cut it completely. Like, cut through it, right? So when you're talking about, like, you know, most stuff I talk about is fitness and mindset related, and how to get strong and how to swing kettlebells or whatever, right? And, you know, I talk to a lot of people about the Hero Builder program, but what do you need with the program? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, you're trying to elicit change. And honestly, like, I'm probably going to talk myself right out of a job here for some people, but like, what do you need to do that? You need someone and something that's going to elicit a change in your behavior to elicit a different stimulus and therefore get a different adaptation and response. That's it, right? So what program will do that? All of them. All the programs will do that to an extent. Now, there, you know, you could argue the efficacy of some versus the other based on what your individual needs are, right? But for the most part, like, all these fucking programs out here are pretty much the same. Like, what is everyone advertising? Everyone is advertising, we'll help you with your nutrition. We'll help you with your accountability and your mindset. We'll help you with that. They're all the same. So what do you need? Like, you need something that's going to change your behavior, right? And if you watched what I posted yesterday or 2 days ago, I can't remember, but it's really boils down to three problems. You have a skill problem, meaning you don't know what the information is, and you need to add the information to your brain, right? That's problem number one. Number two is that you have a belief or a self-esteem problem where you don't believe that you either deserve the result or can achieve it at all. That's number two. And number three is where everybody fucks this up. This is where everybody falls short with New Year's resolutions, especially. Like, New Year's resolutions failed like 87% by February 1st, which is today. So odds are, if you, over 90% probably, if you set a New Year's resolution, you failed, right? And you didn't fail because you didn't know what to do, and you didn't fail because you didn't believe in yourself. You failed because you don't know how to change your routine and work through applying it in context. And that's it, right? So, like, do you need the information to put in your brain? Number one. So figure out who's going to do that for you. Get the information in your brain. That's easy. Google can do that. You can't. You can look up anything that I can, and I can look up anything that anybody else can look up and learn that shit. The information is free. This is the information age. So you can get the info. So that's not the problem, right? The belief problem, if you don't believe that you deserve the result, or you don't believe that you can achieve the result, now that's something you might have to dig into a little bit internally. But nobody can really help you with that to an extent. Like, you have to come to some real hard determinations to yourself as to why that can occur and to why you can achieve that and why you deserve to achieve that, right? So that's something that that is going to be a very big internal struggle, right? And if you don't deal with that, then you'll do stuff where you will sabotage your results, you'll throw yourself under the bus, you'll create all kinds of conflicts in order to fail, right? Then you won't even know you're doing it. So, but that's like an internal thing. That's very internal. You're going to have a hard time finding an online coach that's going to help you with that shit, okay? So, 3, application of routine to your life, okay? That's the biggest thing. And what is this? What is this all? It's cognitive behavioral therapy. So when you look at like the tried and true methods of counseling, right? You know, and this comes from a guy with a master's in psych, right? Cognitive behavioral counseling is the most accepted way to do counseling because of these issues. That's it. You look at your mindset. Do you have a faulty belief system? How do we adjust that? How do we correct that, right? And then how do we apply this in real time? Like cognitive behavioral, right? So, you know, like paired stimulus, paired response, like that, all that kind of stuff. Like B.F. Skinnerian, you know, conditioning, Pavlovian conditioning, classical conditioning. Like that's all what we're talking about, because the content is there and it's all pretty much the same. Right? So what do you need? I don't know. Cut through the bullshit and figure it out. Like it's not hard. So like, you know, and then figure out like, how much is this worth for me? Can I do it myself? Yes or no? Odds are no. If you could, you would have done it already. So you don't know how to apply it to your life. Figure out who can help you with that. It's that simple. And then you put a price tag on it. That's that simple. So cut through the bullshit, quit telling yourself stories about like, oh, this program is just better than, it's all the fucking same. So like, get over yourselves, get over your shit, like figure out your belief system and then how much you want to spend on it. And that'll tell you how much it's worth to you. And then you can stop lying to yourself and say like, oh, it's level 10. It's level 10 important to me. It's like, you know, 100% I'm in, but I don't want to pay more than $100 for it. Then fuck off. It's not worth it to you. You know, like call me when you're ready to go. Call me when you're ready to make a change, right? And then we'll apply it to your life and we'll get after it. So anyway, like just a little, you know, tough love, tough truth, whatever you want to call it. Like that's the reality of life. That's how we create change, and that's how you get after shit. Anything else is just a bunch of lies and a bunch of marketing, and like cut through the marketing, be a good consumer. Like with everything, buying cars, like picking out schools, you know, like if you can see through military recruiters and college football recruiters, like you can pick out liars because they're the biggest ones. And then every scumbag on the street wants to get one over on you. So anyway, cut through the marketing. Everybody's marketing stuff. Everybody's selling stuff. What do you need? What do you want? And what's it worth to you? Right? So there you go. All right. Rant over. Later.